What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised. The follow-up to Bridgerton had less steamy scenes, but more surprising, breathtaking moments. From a nod to the famous author of the novels the show is based on, to some of the best moments between Anthony and Kate, here are the most paused moments from Bridgerton Season 2. Miss Queen. We'll begin with our favorite one. In the first episode of Season 2, Anthony holds a list of all women he should consider marrying. Well, some eagle-eyed fans needed to pause this moment because they noticed that there's one named Lady Julia, and the other is Miss Quinn. Miss Quinn is said to be an exceptional writer. This is clearly a reference to Julia Quinn, a person we should all send thank you cards for writing the Bridgerton novels to. Once fans found out about this, they had to binge-watch Season 2 for the second time, and that's why this moment became one of the most paused ones in the entire season. Is there anyone who noticed this before it became a huge deal on the internet? How to hold a gun. Here's a fan-favorite moment that was everything we hoped for. Fans of the novels were a bit anxious about how Netflix will present some of their favorite moments from the book. Well, the creators of the show did a great job with this particular scene. When Anthony and Kate decide to go hunting, the two end up alone in the forest, where they have an intense conversation. This scene is presumably the best adapted scene from a book in the entire history of cinema. The chemistry, the tension, the way they look at each other, everything's perfect. Then Anthony teaches Kate how to hold the gun correctly, which brings them close enough to him being able to sense her scent. We can perfectly understand why most fans needed to pause this scene. The fall. The oldest Bridgerton sibling falls in the water. We had no doubt that this is going to be one of the most paused moments in the show. Anthony tried to get rid of Kate and decided to set her up with Thomas Dorset, but since he has feelings for her, his plan didn't work out, and he felt jealous of Thomas. While helping Kate out of her boat, he didn't realize he was holding onto her hand for a bit longer than necessary. He panicked, tripped over Newton, and fell into the water with the one and only person responsible for his jealousy, Thomas. But this is not when most people needed to pause the episode. Fans felt the urge to stop the second Anthony started getting out of the water. Kate appreciated that view as well. Dancing on my own. Poor Edwina, if she only knew where this would go. Kate and Anthony's first dance is practically their first bonding moment. After Kate's sister realizes her soon-to-be husband and her sister despise each other, she forces them to dance together. The two then dance on a softer version of Dancing on My Own. The way Anthony looks at Kate during the dance is the way all women want to be looked at by a man. Shortly after they start dancing, Kate asks Anthony if he'll ask Edwina to marry him. He is obviously desiring Kate, so he asks her, "Is that what you want? For me to reconsider?" To which Kate replies, "It does not matter what I want. I do not think that is true," he says. Once Kate tells him she will move to India after her sister gets married, Anthony storms out of the room. The flashback. Although the second season had plenty of romantic scenes we all couldn't get enough of, there were also a lot of heartbreaking scenes involving Anthony's past, especially the one where he goes hunting with his dad when all of a sudden his father dies in front of his oldest child. In the novel, Anthony is constantly scared of dying because of this trauma from his childhood. The final dance. After so many scenes where we only saw an angry version of this man, this is the first time Anthony's eyes glow from happiness. Why is he smiling? Kate asks him to dance, which only means that he finally won her heart. When he asks how many fingers he's holding up before they dance, that's when we knew the oldest Bridgerton sibling has found his loved one. Such an endearing moment, don't you agree? Oh, did you recognize the tune they're dancing to? It's a classical rendition of Wrecking Ball. Yes, the one from Miley Cyrus. When she asks him if he wants to stop, he says, "Just keep looking at me. No one else matters." Oh, Anthony. The wedding. If there's one scene that made us happy, sad, awkward, and satisfied, this is it. This is the one. Edwina walking down the aisle while Sign of the Times plays in the background was pure perfection. And just as Kate and Anthony's future was about to get destroyed, Anthony started making up scenarios in his head with him marrying Kate instead of Edwina. We all know this was wrong. I mean, poor Edwina. And then Edwina realized that her own sister was in love with her soon-to-be husband. So many feelings, such a hurtful realization, so much sadness. And we don't have to wonder why fans needed a break here. The entire scene is an emotional roller coaster.
Miss Sabrina, you...
Wait a moment!
The bee scene. As previously mentioned, Anthony suffers a trauma that dates back to his childhood. A child witnessing his father's death is something serious, and since therapy was not an option in the 1800s, Anthony can only deal with the pain alone. After watching his father die from a bee sting right in front of him, the bees became his biggest enemy, an enemy he is really scared of. So when his loved one gets stung by a bee, it's perfectly understandable for him to go through a panic attack. Can we please acknowledge Jonathan Bailey's acting skills here?
Can you breathe?
It is only a sting, of course. I am unharmed.
Eloise uncovers Lady Whistledown's identity. Forgive us for constantly talking about the central couple of Season 2. There are just so many moments between them that we had to include in our video. But here's one that doesn't include any of them. After spending so much time and detective skills uncovering who Lady Whistledown is, Eloise finally comes to a conclusion she's not really happy with. After Whistledown exposes Eloise's friendship with Theo, she stops writing. And after some time of zero Lady Whistledown's content, Eloise makes peace with the fact that she'll never find out this person's true identity. But as the Featherton Ball, Penelope let Eloise finally learn the truth. During a heated argument, their friendship becomes really fragile. I mean, Penelope exposed Eloise's friendship with Theo after all. That's not something a friend would do. Don't you guys agree? The first kiss. After we waited for, a decade? The central couple of Season 2 finally kisses, but this is not a 5-second kiss. They embrace for a long, long time. The emotional music, the camera angles, the way the actors explode with emotions is by far the most passionate scene in Bridgerton. Well, at least for us. The difference between the couple and Daphne and Simon is that Anthony and Kate had less steamy scenes but more obstacles when it comes to them ending up together. Thankfully, both couples got their happily ever after. Penelope's transformation. Not only is she an extremely talented writer, but her wit, her intelligence, and her outfits are altogether perfect. Before we continue, we need to mention that there's an entire season prepared for Penelope and Colin. So far, it has been revealed that she has developed feelings for him, but he'll need more time to realize his feelings for her. Anyway, you've probably noticed that Penelope wears yellow often. At least that was the case in Season 1 and the beginning of Season 2. However, once this character got into later episodes, Penelope started wearing pink, which is usually on purpose. With pink outfits, Penelope shows that she's all grown up. We can't wait to see what's in store for her in the next season. On a related note, what are your hopes for Bridgerton Season 3? And of course, what is your favorite moment from Season 2? Let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching.